Hello and welcome to My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh. India's diplomacy is at a defining crossroads, reflecting both confidence and vision. In recent days, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has engaged with some of Asia's most influential leaders, from China and Russia to Japan and Singapore, putting forward India's agenda of security, connectivity, and cooperation. These high-level engagements not only deepen bilateral ties, but also reinforce New Delhi's role as a key architect in shaping Asia's future. India's diplomacy is stepping confidently onto the world stage, blending strategic depth with a clear vision for Asia's future. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent tour, from the SCO summit in Tianjin, China, to the India-Japan Annual Summit in Tokyo, highlighted New Delhi's ability to balance multilateral forums with strong bilateral ties. In China, Modi's talks with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin underscored India's role in shaping regional security and connectivity, while his address at the SCO plenary pushed for reforms to meet the world's emerging challenges.
भारत का हमेशा से मत रहा है कि मजबूत कनेक्टिविटी से केवल व्यापार ही नहीं बल्कि विश्वास और विकास के द्वार भी खुलते हैं। इसी सोच के साथ हम चाबहार को और इंटरनेशनल नॉर्थ साउथ ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉरिडोर जैसे इनिशिएटिव पर काम कर रहे हैं।
Prime Minister Modi's participation at the SCO summit was hailed as a diplomatic success, reaffirming India's image as a constructive and credible voice within the grouping. By engaging major powers and advancing India's priorities, Modi reinforced New Delhi's position as a bridge builder in an increasingly divided world.
I think he made a very substantive and consequential speech. The central point was that to us, SCO indeed stands for security, connectivity and opportunity. This is quite remarkable the way Prime Minister has presented this interpretation. Overall, we can say with a clear conscience that India's participation in SCO summit is a notable diplomatic success. This will produce better results.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Tokyo for the 15th India-Japan Annual Summit with Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru gave fresh momentum to the special strategic and global partnership, broadening its scope across defense, the economy, and people-to-people ties. The summit produced a series of landmark outcomes, from a joint vision for the next decade and a security cooperation declaration to an action plan for human resource exchange. The two leaders also launched an economic security initiative to safeguard supply chains and unveiled India-Japan Digital Partnership 2.0, featuring a new AI cooperation initiative to shape the technologies of tomorrow.
I think the Prime Minister's visits to both Japan and China were very successful. I think in Japan it was a bilateral visit. It has set the perspective for the future of Japan-India relations for the next decade and more. Very important decisions were taken on defense and security cooperation. In fact, it was so significant. So even whether there is Quad or no Quad, the bilateral cooperation between India and Japan in the South China Sea on defense and security matters will continue.
The message was clear. India's rising influence is helping shape the Asian century. New Delhi is emerging as a bridge between nations, a driver of integration, and a credible voice for stability in an uncertain world.
India has become an influential power which will along with other Asian nations like Japan and China. And in fact, you must remember that most of Russia is also in Asia, which will be at the helm of the creation of what Prime Minister Modi has called the Asian century. This has happened. It is one of, if you like, the byproducts of the new respect that India has achieved.
Wrapping up this wave of high-level diplomacy was the visit of Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, his first official trip to India since taking office. The visit marked a new chapter in India-Singapore ties, adding fresh momentum to their strategic partnership. From finance and digital innovation to skills, aviation, maritime cooperation, and even space, the agreements signed spoke to a relationship firmly oriented toward the future. Taken together, these milestones underscored India's widening diplomatic reach, not just as a trusted partner, but as a regional stabilizer and a driving force in shaping Asia's future. India's semiconductor dream is no longer just a vision. It's fast becoming a reality. Backed by billions of dollars in investment and strong government support, the country is carving out its place in the global chip supply chain as a partner the world can rely on. At Semicon 2025, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw laid out India's bold ambitions as leading global tech giants signaled their intent to be part of this transformative journey. Semiconductors are the backbone of our technology-driven world, powering everything from smartphones to satellites. India's entry into this high-value sector signals a defining shift in its industrial and economic journey. With the launch of the Semicon, India's flagship semiconductor forum, the government has committed nearly $9.2 billion to attract global investments, boost chip design capabilities, and set up fabrication plants. These bold initiatives are positioning India not just as a participant, but as a trusted and rising force in the global semiconductor supply chain.
आज सेमीकंडक्टर्स का ग्लोबल मार्केट $600 बिलियन तक पहुंच रहा है और अगले कुछ साल में ये $1 ट्रिलियन को भी पार कर जाएगा। और मुझे विश्वास है भारत जिस तेजी से सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर में आगे बढ़ रहा है, इस $1 ट्रिलियन मार्केट शेयर में एक अहम हिस्सा भारत का रहने वाला है।
At Semicon India 2025, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw presented Prime Minister Narendra Modi with a memento featuring the Made in India Vikram 32-bit processor launch vehicle grade chip. Developed by ISRO's Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and the Semiconductor Laboratory Chandigarh, the chip is an advanced upgrade of the indigenously built Vikram 1601 microprocessor, used in ISRO's launch vehicles since 2009. Reaffirming the government's commitment, Vaishnaw said India is ready to meet global demand while fostering a vibrant ecosystem of innovation and technology.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री पे बहुत फोकस दिया और अब अपने 10 प्लांट में से 4 प्लांट की पायलट लाइन रेडी है और इस साल के एंड तक चारों पायलट लाइंस में प्रोडक्शन चालू हो जाएगा। सीजी सेमी में प्रोडक्शन चालू हो गया। आज पहली मेड इन इंडिया चिप भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को भेंट की गई और साथ ही साथ भारत में टैलेंट को डेवलप करने के लिए बड़ा काम चल रहा है।
That vision came alive at Semicon 2025, a 3-day exhibition in New Delhi where India showcased its growing strength in the semiconductor arena. The event brought together global chip makers, innovators, and thought leaders, underscoring how India is fast emerging as a pivotal hub in the world's semiconductor ecosystem. Innovators like Delta and Polymatech unveiled cutting-edge technologies that signal a self-reliant future in electronics. These homegrown pioneers are laying the foundation of a resilient semiconductor supply chain, propelling India closer to its goal of becoming a true global powerhouse in chip production.
Polymatech Electronics is India's first semiconductor chips company. We have started producing semiconductors in 2018 and the first commercial invoice is in 2019. And Government of India and our factory wherever today we are in Tamil Nadu are very, very cooperative and they have actually promoted us. My personal feeling is by 2030, we will be touching about 300 billion dollars.
Playing a pivotal role in India's semiconductor journey, ACES, Avant-Garde Clean Room and Engineering Solutions Private Limited, is building the backbone of the industry. From turnkey fabs to advanced cleanroom technology, HVAC and MEP solutions, ACES delivers the critical infrastructure that chip-making demands. Whether constructing a new fabrication plant or upgrading facilities in sectors like solar, ACES is engineering the ecosystem that powers India's semiconductor revolution.
We are into building the complete infra which is required for the semiconductor or solar fabs. You are aware, that this is a Semicon exhibition and the whole country is abuzz. We are very, bullish on the Semicon new projects which are being announced. The PM, Honorable PM himself, has been in the exhibition yesterday, even today. So there has been a push right from the top leader itself. Semicon, what was oil in yesteryears, Semicon is for today.
The global semiconductor community is taking note. From Malaysia and Korea to Japan and Singapore, international stalls at Semicon 2025 reflected strong interest in India's chip journey.
I think it's very interesting for a Malaysian company to invest in India is because Malaysia, we have a lot of abundant experience in semiconductors, especially focused in chip manufacturing and also advanced packaging. So we see that there is very big room for us to expand here because we see the demand in India is really great and actually is growing very strongly.
India's semiconductor story has reached a defining moment. Semicon 2025 made it clear. The nation is moving from being just a chip consumer to a global hub of manufacturing, technology, and innovation. A transformation set to shape not just India's digital future, but the world's. With the offering of special prayers, Quran recitations, and vibrant processions, India celebrated EidMilad-un-Nabi, marking the birth anniversary of Prophet Muhammad in an atmosphere of unity and peace. The occasion became a symbol of communal harmony as people across space transcended religious boundaries to join the observance of Mawlid in different parts of the country. Beginning the day with namaz, Muslims reaffirmed their commitment to the Prophet's timeless message of compassion, brotherhood, and togetherness. Take a look.
The streets of India came alive with devotion and togetherness as the country observes 1500th birth anniversary of Prophet Muhammad, celebrating EidMilad-un-Nabi. From the call of namaz at dawn to the afternoon processions, the festival unfolded not just as a religious observance but as a living example of communal harmony. Transcending religious boundaries, people from across India, Hindus, Sikhs and Christians all came together, joining their Muslim neighbors to participate in the religious procession.
इस मौके पर मैं कटक के साथ साथ सारा उड़ीसा के लोगों को आज के इस मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के 15वां जन्मदिन के मौके पर सबको हार्दिक अभिनंदन देता हूं और इस भाईचारा के कटक शहर में जो भाईचारा है इस भाईचारा को बधाई देता हूं जो आज के इस उर्स के मौके पर ये जुलूस के मौके पर जाति धर्म वर्ण निर्विशेष है जो हमारे साथ सब इकट्ठे हुए हैं मैं उनको भी इस मोहल्ला कमेटी की तरफ से सबको मैं बधाई दे रहा हूं।
In cities like Hyderabad, Lucknow and Kolkata, mosques and neighborhoods were decorated with lights and green flags. But what stood out most was how the festival reached far beyond one community. The day's essence lay not only in honoring the Prophet's birth, but in reaffirming his timeless message that peace, kindness and brotherhood transcend all boundaries.
हम तमाम उड़ीसा वालों से कहते हैं कि जिस तरह हम हर त्यौहार मिलजुल के मना रहे हैं और आज इसमें जैसे सब लोग शामिल हैं हिंदू मुस्लिम सब आए हुए हैं बस ऐसे ही भाईचारा बना रहे।
In an age often divided by differences, EidMilad-un-Nabi became a gentle reminder that India's greatest strength lies in its unity.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
The 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development was held in Yokohama, marking the 4th time the city has hosted the event. Participants included not only representatives from African nations and Japan, but also delegates from other Asian countries, partner nations, and international organizations. The African Clean Cities platform, representing 47 countries and 200 cities, also participated.
アフリカのきれいな街と健康な暮らしの実現に向けてさまざまな取り組みに力を尽くしております。本市の経験、そして日本の経験、アフリカの皆様の経験、そういったことをお互いに共有し、マッチングし、議論しようではありませんか。
The mayor of Yokohama, Takeharu Yamanaka, announced contributions to African Clean City Initiative, drawing on Yokohama's historical experience. At the business conference, Japanese companies and African nations showcased their strengths in technology, products, and other areas. Through years of effort, Yokohama has built a clean and comfortable city, serving as an ideal model for the future of African societies.
Water conservation in India is rooted in age-old traditions, from stepwells and tanks to bowlis and riverbank rituals, showcasing timeless wisdom in managing scarce resources. Today, that legacy is evolving with modern innovation, powered by nanotechnology, smart leak detection, wastewater recycling, and next-gen irrigation systems, carrying India's ancient spirit of sustainability into the future. Kutch in western Gujarat is a land of stark beauty, but also of chronic water scarcity, where droughts and dry spells are a way of life. Amid this harsh reality, a grassroots movement is rewriting the region's story. The Jal Mandir Abhiyan, launched in 2012 by the Kutch Water, Fruit and Forest Development Trust, has already built nearly 390 ponds. Villagers, NGOs, and even school children have dug deep, quite literally, to turn scarcity into abundance and revive their land's water security.
ને આ જે પ્રોગ્રામ 2012માં અમે ઉપાડ્યું ચાલુ કર્યું ત્યારે લોકોએ જ અમને કીધું હતું કે આવું આપણે કંઈક કરીએ તમે અમે સહયોગ કરો એટલે અમે આ કામ માટે અમે જે એક્સકેવેશનનું મટીરિયલ છે જે જેસીબી જોઈએ એ અમે આપીએ છીએ ને બાકીનું જે કામ છે મટીરિયલને ટ્રાન્સપોર્ટ કરવાનું પહાડ બનાવવાની એ માટેનો ટ્રેક્ટર્સનો સહયોગ છે એ સમગ્ર ગ્રામજનો તરફથી ખેડૂતો તરફથી અને પશુપાલકો તરફથી મળે છે.
Amid this wave of change, an inspiring story comes from Shishu Kunj International School in Bhuj area of Gujarat. Here, a pond built near the campus transformed once barren surroundings into a patch of green. For the students, it became more than just a water source. It became a living classroom, instilling the value of conservation and showing how even small efforts can create ripples of change.
અહીંયા જલ મંદિર બન્યું એના પહેલાં અમે ઘણીવાર અહીંયા આવ્યા છીએ અને ત્યારે મેં એવું જોયું હતું કે આ આખી સૂકી જમીન હતી. ત્યાં કોઈ પશુ પક્ષીઓ નહોતા ને કાંઈ પણ ઝાડ કે એવું કાંઈ નહોતું અને હવે જ્યારે અહીંયા હું આવું છું ત્યારે આખું જ અહીંયાનું વાતાવરણ પણ બદલી ગયું છે. અહીંયા આજુબાજુ ઘણા બધા પેડ અને આવી ગયા છે અને પશુ પક્ષી પણ અહીંયા બહુ જ આવે છે.
As India advanced its efforts in water conservation and sustainable management, the 20th Everything About Water Expo and Conclave 2025 was held in New Delhi. Celebrated as South Asia's largest water and wastewater event, the expo marked 2 decades of innovation and collaboration. The 2025 edition brought together exhibitors and global experts who shared insights on wastewater reuse, water security, and circular economy practices.
India market is now getting very bigger and bigger. Actually, our company the most we sell the Europe, but now the India market is getting bigger and more than India, so more than the Europe. So yeah, we are decided to focus the Indian market as well, and he's doing very well.
Among the innovations driving sustainable water management, nanobubble technology stands out. By generating microscopic gas bubbles, it effectively cleans and treats wastewater without chemicals, offering an economical, eco-friendly solution. This cutting-edge approach enables water reuse, reduces environmental impact, and supports communities and industries in conserving precious resources.
Technology, our idea is to bring the water back into the circular economy. So whatever we are consuming and whatever water is being wasted, it can be treated in a sustainable way. Number 1, chemical-free technology. Number 2, economical. And number 3, it is brought back to the circular economy. That is, it is reused.
Simultaneously, innovative startups are deploying AI-powered underwater vehicles to monitor water bodies, track pollution levels, and provide real-time data. These smart systems help authorities and industries respond quickly, ensuring cleaner rivers, lakes, and reservoirs.
We work on underwater vehicles. Mostly we work on customized solutions based upon our remotely operated underwater vehicles. AI helps us to detect objects underwater and avoid them. It helps us assist the operator of the vehicle to not crash into the objects, as well as provide us with the analytics with the kind of pollutants that are underwater, and we provide you with a dashboard that gives you at what point in the water is what kind of pollutant excessive.
India's journey in water conservation blends ancient wisdom with modern innovation. From grassroots movements in Kutch to cutting-edge technologies like nanobubbles and AI-powered monitoring, the nation is proving that sustainable water management is not just possible, it's essential for communities, industries, and the planet. In India, dining has long carried a touch of sustainability. Banana leaves for plates, earthen pots for water, and leaves for wrapping sweets. Today, we take you to Kolkata in eastern India, a city famed for its curries, biryanis, and street food, where that spirit is being revived in a modern way. With restaurants swapping plastic for paper and plant-based packaging, the city's food culture is serving up not just flavor, but a greener future. In the bustling streets of Kolkata, food is more than just a meal. It's an experience steeped in tradition. Now, the city's iconic eateries, long celebrated for their timeless flavors, are adding a new ingredient to the mix: sustainability. Leading this quiet but powerful shift is Pepcom India Private Limited, a homegrown innovator redefining packaging by replacing single-use plastic with eco-friendly alternatives. From steaming curries to fragrant biryanis and hearty thalis, Pepcom's state-of-the-art facility crafts containers built for every bite, sturdy bowls, smart multi-compartment boxes, and more. Biodegradable, food-safe, and delivery-proof, these containers are designed not just to carry Kolkata's flavors, but also its vision for a greener tomorrow.
हम लोग सब जानते हैं प्लास्टिक इज़ नॉट फॉर द गुड फॉर द फूड एटलीस्ट। तो इसमें स्टार्टिंग में रेस्टोरेंट्स को थोड़ा सा बहुत चैलेंज तो मिला था, बट आज जितने भी अच्छे रेस्टोरेंट हैं जो बेसिकली खुद का एक ब्रांड बनाना चाहता है, लोगों को अच्छा खाना खिलाना चाहता है, तो दिस पीपल एक्चुअली वांट समथिंग जो सस्टेनेबल हो और कस्टमर को अच्छा खाना देंगे तो पैकेजिंग भी अच्छा देंगे।
Among Pepcom's regular customers is Bhuter Raja di Lahore, a restaurant celebrated for its traditional Bengali dishes. Here, every container carries more than just food. It carries a slice of Bengal's culinary heritage wrapped in a message of environmental responsibility.
Being an authentic Bengali cuisine restaurant, we carry that tradition. Okay, so once we carry that tradition, we are also health conscious too. As you mentioned, after COVID, people have become more health conscious. So keeping that in mind, so we thought of shifting from plastic to paper.
At Biryani Bong, every box carries more than just Kolkata's favorite biryani. It carries a promise. Famed for its fragrant rice, tender meat, and rich Mughlai-inspired flavors, the restaurant has made a bold switch to biodegradable packaging. For Biryani Bong, sustainability isn't a passing trend. It's woven into their brand identity, just like the aroma biryani is woven into Kolkata's soul.
एज अ पर्सन, एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग हमारा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि हम लोग एनवायरनमेंट के लिए भी सोचें और हमारा जो आने वाला जनरेशन है उनके लिए भी हम लोग सोचें। तो इसीलिए हम लोगों ने सिर्फ पार्सल के लिए नहीं यूज़ करते हैं पेपर बॉक्स। हम लोग जो डाइनिंग हमारा है यहाँ पे हम लोग पेपर प्लेट में सर्व करते हैं और स्पून जो यूज़ करते हैं वो भी डिस्पोजेबल यूज़ करते हैं। इस ऐसे कि हम लोग पानी जो है हम लोग मिट्टी का ये बॉटल आप देख रही है, पानी के लिए हम लोग मिट्टी का बॉटल यूज़ करते हैं जो कि नेचुरल कूलिंग सिस्टम होता है और एनवायरनमेंट को भी सेफ रखता है।
From biodegradable food packaging in Kolkata to scrap masterpieces in Pune, India's sustainability story is being crafted by innovators who find value where others see waste. These efforts remind us that every choice, whether in the way we pack a meal or recycle scrap, helps shape the planet we will pass on to future generations. From age-old traditions to modern innovations, Kolkata's kitchens remind us that every meal can nourish both people and the planet. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.